I was raped. They raped me till I had my senses. Not one, but many. I don't wish this upon any other woman. I was running with my children. They raped me till I had my senses.
Human suffering has a face. The worst is when war uses women as a pawn. It takes a lot for someone to finally speak out. I would prefer introducing her as a human being, as a woman, and not as a survivor. But as the law demands, I can't reveal her name.
Plus, she's a mother of three.
And she's a mother of three. I can't reveal her name because she has been allegedly brutally raped, not by one, by multiple men. She was caught in between this war and how she was raped allegedly by people who wanted to use her as a trophy of success. I'm also joined by Miss R.K. Vijayalakshmi. She is an ordinary woman who has now come forward to stand by those who need it. Ma'am, एक बार देखिए मेरी तरफ, एक बार मेरी तरफ देखिए. मैं कुछ नहीं पूछूंगा, मैं कुछ नहीं पूछूंगा. मेरी तरफ देखिए एक बार प्लीज, प्लीज एक बार देखिए मेरी तरफ. मैं कुछ नहीं पूछूंगा, मैं कुछ नहीं पूछूंगा आपको. I won't ask you anything. I won't ask you anything. एक बार मेरे तरफ देखिए. भाई की तरह आपसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, प्लीज. आप अगर कमजोर हो जाएंगे तो हम लोग कोई कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे. प्लीज. Did she tell you the date?
Yeah, it was on the 3rd of May at around 6:30 to 7 p.m. They burned their houses, and when they saw that their houses were burned, she, along with her two kids, the younger one is 7 years old, and the elder one is 11 years old. And she, on her back, was also carrying a baby of 4.5 years. The baby girl is her niece, and they came running, and they came running along with her sister-in-law, and her sister-in-law was also carrying a baby of 2.5-year-old. They were running, and you can see the video. I'll show you the video, the scenario which they ran. They were running to free their lives, to save their lives. They were freeing. And again, when they ran for nearly half kilometer, she fell down, and she got herself hurt on her knees and on her forehead and all, and she was unable to stand up. And when her sister-in-law turned back, she saw her falling, and then she came along and she took the baby on her back, and she told her to run away from the scene with her two kids. And her sister-in-law asked her to stand up and came running, but she was unable to stand up. While she was trying to get up, they came, and then they forced her, they pinned her down. Then they do all kinds of unwanted things, like they hold her breast and all. Then even and all those things. And I just don't want to mention all those things, unwanted things here, but she was totally pinned down. Okay, and she sought for help, she screamed and all, but she was totally helpless. 5 people handling at the same time a woman, she must be helpless now. And then they do all those unwanted things, and again after some time another 4 or 5 militants or something, I don't know. Those people came, and then again they too started to harass her. At that moment she lost her consciousness, and when she regained her consciousness, she found herself in a Maitai house, and she was also surrounded by many people, and they sprinkled water on her face. And at the same time, at the instant when she regained her consciousness, the first things that she do was she went searching for her kids.
Her kids were all...
They were all gone. I mean, she told her to run away, leaving her, because if they wait for her, they too would be in danger now.
And that little child?
Her sister-in-law took with her the baby.
Okay.
After searching for around half an hour, she found her kids. The kids were all hiding. They were hiding in the corners of the houses. And when she called their name, they came running to her. And they spent the whole night in that house. And after that, the army personnel came and they evacuated them to another.
She was there in Churachandpur?
Yes.
आप चुराचांदपुर में थे? आप उधर, वहाँ आपका घर है?
She was staying in rent.
और बता पाए थे आप घर वालों को?
About the incident? No, she didn't say anything. She didn't reveal anything about the incident. She just kept it by herself, and her health deteriorated. Then only she went to a PHC. Then after that, she was referred to RIMS hospital. She was afraid. What if after visiting the doctor, what if the doctor revealed all those incidents? So she was very much afraid, and then she came back home without
showing the doctor.
Yes, without doing anything. And then,
so this happened on 3rd of May.
Yes,
or 4th.
This incident happened on 3rd of May.
3rd of May.
3rd of May.
3rd of May. और आप डॉक्टर के पास कब गए थे?
She can't remember the date of the one which she visited the PHC. But what about Kanwati? She has the OPD ticket, but she cannot remember the exact date when she visited the RIMS. And after that, she came back home without visiting the doctor. And again, her health deteriorates more and more. She was having severe abdominal pain, and she was having some kind of STD symptoms, itching and all. And then she went to Jennings Hospital, and there we met. How I will just narrate.
When was it?
It was on 7th of July.
From 3rd of May
yes
till 7th of July.
Yes.
आप किसी को नहीं बता पाए कुछ?
नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं बताया, किसी को भी नहीं बताया. She even didn't reveal this incident to her husband also, not to anyone. You know how she must be suffering all those days. You see, all those people, their houses were burnt. All their life saving, everything, they lost everything. Those persons who were once a rich man now turns into a beggar. They don't even have money, have a penny. You see the suffering of all those people. And above that now, she was being gang raped. She's the mother of 3.
बच्चों को कुछ मालूम चला था?
नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं.
पुलिस को आपने कंप्लेन कब किया?
9th
of July.
Yes, we met on 7th, and we tried to file for the FIR on 8th, but it wasn't possible. So
Did she open up to you?
yes, yes. She visited Jennings Hospital, and
Have you given her any counseling
yes, yes.
for mental strength?
Yes, yes, yes. I have a sister. I mean, not a blood relation, but we went to Jennings Hospital for her treatment, and there we found her sitting on the bench along with one lady. She was crying. She was crying a lot, and then as a human being, we asked her the reason why she was crying, and she never tried to reveal all those things. But we consoled her and we gave her encouragement. Then only she revealed the story.
आपने पुलिस को स्टेटमेंट दिया है? क्या कहा पुलिस ने?
They help a lot. They are very cooperative. They also encourage her while giving the statement to tell the truth. Whatever, she should not be afraid.
Has CBI approached her?
Yeah. CBI. Yesterday we were supposed to meet the CBI and do their investigation and all, but because of some rules that's applicable here, maybe we will be meeting tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
आपके बच्चे कहाँ पे हैं अभी?
एक तो यहाँ पे और दो होम में.
Children home, orphanage.
हस्बैंड को बता पाए अभी?
Yeah.
Now he knows?
Yeah, he knows everything now.
Has he supported you?
Yeah, very much. But for the first time when he heard, he was very disappointed and he was very angry also. Why is he revealed all those things to us? But we convinced him that...
He was angry that why she revealed all these things to you? Is it because of the society?
Yeah, social stigma. You think, no?
Man, the fault is not in you.
Yes.
There is no stigma. आपने कुछ गलत नहीं किया. आपने कुछ गलत नहीं किया. शर्म अगर किसी को आना चाहिए तो जिन्होंने ये घिनौनी हरकत किया है उनको आना चाहिए.
That's what we are.
दोष आपका नहीं है. कोई आपको सपोर्ट करे ना करे, आपका हस्बैंड आपको सपोर्ट करे ना करे, फैमिली सपोर्ट करे ना करे, लेकिन खुद को सपोर्ट कीजिए. क्या कर सकते हैं आपके लिए?
वो लोग मेरे साथ किया ना, उसको सजा दीजिए.
पुलिस को बताया आपने? सजा चाहिए उनके?
बता दिया.
सजा चाहिए?
हाँ, उन लोगों को जो सारे वो लोग किया ना, उसके लिए.
पहचान पाएंगे उन लोगों को? पहचान पाएंगे? पहचान पाएंगे उन लोगों को?
बता रहे कि नहीं पहचानेंगे क्योंकि उस समय बहुत
अंधेरा था.
अंधेरा था?
हाँ, अंधेरा था.
और आप लोग जंगल के उधर से आ रहे थे?
जंगल के नहीं, घर के पास में 2-3 रोड है ना, उसकी तरफ हम लोग का हाउस है. वो एक जो था उसके पास एक घर था हम लोग का, वो सब जला दिया. टायर भी जला दिया और उसे आग लेकर घर में से करके वो जलाया. हम लोग से भाग कर आया. उसको शकल तो नहीं पता, उस आवाज उस लैंग्वेज ना.
डोंट ब्रेक डाउन. आप लड़ेंगे राइट? लड़ेंगे राइट? वादा कीजिए आप लड़ेंगे. लड़ेंगे राइट? डरिएगा मत. अपने बच्चों के लिए, अपने बच्चों के लिए. इनका बेटा है?
छोटा बच्चा. The youngest one.
How old is he?
7 years.
क्या कहेंगे जो आपको देख रहा है आज? देख तो नहीं सकते, नियम ऐसा है. गलती आपने किया नहीं, लेकिन क्या कहेंगे आप?
She wanted them to be given befitting punishment, and then they should not repeat this kind of harassment to any woman, not only to Manipur, not only to India, but to the whole world. This kind of harassment should not be given to any woman, any child, or so many incidents of this harassment are also occurring now. Even in 3 years old baby, they are also suffering from this kind of harassment, right? We can hear those kind of violence against women. We can hear from everywhere. This kind of harassment should never occur in any part of the world.
आप सुप्रीम कोर्ट को कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
सुप्रीम कोर्ट को मैं जो किया ना उसमें सजा दीजिए, इसी कहना चाहता हूँ।
और हिम्मत रखेंगे?
हाँ रखेंगे, कड़ी से उन लोगों को सजा दीजिए।
लड़ाई करेंगे?
हाँ लड़ाई करेंगे। उस दिन वो लोग घर नहीं चलाया होता, मैं ऐसे नहीं होगा। वो लोग सब किया है। लोग तो घर में चला कर दिया वो लोग। मैं कहाँ पे रहूंगी? बचाओ वो लोग, हम कहाँ पे रहेंगे?
Her husband was mainly afraid because of social stigma, and what he says is that what if relatives ask him about his wife? What should he give any kind of answer to them? How can he face with his friends and all?
Did you tell him that it is not her fault?
He knows it's not her fault. That's why he's supporting her right now. Because of his support only, that she's able to come in front. She was breaking down, but he support her. At the time, she is now able to face you all people. Otherwise, she won't be able to do anything.
You know, gentlemen, if you are actually watching this, and I'm grateful, we're all grateful that you supported her. But know this, she could have also done this without your support. A woman is not weak. She has been wronged, and if society would judge you for the wrong that your wife has been meted with, and if you can't handle it, the fault is with you. The fault is in you. If you are hungry, the society won't come and feed you.
Yes.
If your wife is sick, your society won't come and take care of her. If your children are sick, the society won't come with a medicine for them. So stop caring about the society and societal stigmas. Enough is enough. Care for your wife. And we should all care for human beings. It really, really hurts to even feel what she is feeling and what she is going through, what she possibly has gone through. And the trauma could be very, very tough a thing to ever reconcile with. Forget about negotiating. Why should anyone have to negotiate with a trauma of this kind? Why would anyone ever think of using women as a pawn in a war? We are all human beings. We hope and pray those who did this to her get caught. Because those who celebrated that moment as a moment of victory by raping a woman, by gang raping a woman, if they have actually done so, then they should be punished. They should be taught a lesson to make them realize it wasn't victorious for them. They have shamed the entire country. They have failed the entire country, failed a woman, failed us, the society, failed their parents and their families too. They have failed themselves. And it's very, very important to tell men that they are wrong when they mistreat a woman, leave aside raping or gang raping. दीदी भाई की हैसियत से माफ़ी मांगते हैं आपसे। इंसान की हैसियत से माफ़ी मांगते हैं आपसे, लेकिन उनको माफ़ मत कीजिएगा, कभी माफ़ मत कीजिएगा। गुस्सा को इधर पे रखिए और गुस्से से आपको इस जंग में लड़ने की हिम्मत मिलेगी, एनर्जी मिलेगा, ताकत मिलेगा। ठीक है?
वो लोग को मरते दम तक हम माफ नहीं करेंगे।
कभी माफ मत कीजिएगा, कभी 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 माफ मत कीजिएगा।
And I would like to give a supplement. This incident occurred on 3rd of May. We are very conservative and no one is ready to come out. Even if we know that so many ladies were gang raped, including doctors and nurses from the medical hospital. And you see, she was also having a suicidal tendency.
No, ma'am, never, never, never. मैंने क्या बोला आपको? आपने गलत नहीं किया। आप ऐसा कभी मत सोचिएगा, ठीक है? कभी मत सोचिएगा। आप भाई को प्रॉमिस कीजिए, आप कभी ऐसा नहीं सोचेंगे।
नहीं करेंगे,
प्रॉमिस कीजिए, प्रॉमिस कीजिए,
नहीं करेंगे।
कभी ऐसा नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है? भाई को प्रॉमिस किया आपने। आपके बच्चों के बारे में सोचिए, आपके खुद के बारे में सोचिए, कभी नहीं। And thus is our effort to come back to Manipur time and again and reach out to people if they have not been able to open up last time, if they open up now, because these stories are needed to be told to understand how much wrong has happened in Manipur and how much we all need to come together and correct. It cannot be a day's affair, and it cannot be forgotten, sidelined and ignored. In somewhere in Imphal, with video journalist Ronnie Shatra, this is Tamal Saha for News the Truth, NTT. Shukriya, ma'am. Thank you. There is no official data from the government of Manipur as how many women have been raped in the state in the past 4 months since violence broke out on May 3rd. On May 4th, 2 women were paraded naked, allegedly gang raped, video of which went viral months later in July 2023. That was later termed as revenge rape. Claims were made that women belonging to one particular community while fleeing from the hills were raped on May 3rd. What followed next were retaliatory rapes on women from the other community, perpetrated deliberately. Women became a pawn in this war. Some media reports claimed it all possibly had started with fake news and pictures. Some even suggested stories of May 3rd might not be true. After this testimony of this woman, it is clear not all stories emerging out of May 3rd are fake. More stories could thus follow up in the future. Manipur is a conservative society. Many women have chosen silence over speaking out, never shared their ordeal even with their family members. Stories could thus surface with time unless buried under the carpet in fear of social stigma and prejudice.